Okay, so Reservoir Dogs. In a way, I actually understand Pulp Fiction a little bit better now because I understand the style. I understand where it comes from. First 7 minutes of just sitting around talking, bullshitting, that seems like a very typical Quentin Tarantino move right there. And just out of nowhere, chaos ensues with Mr. Orange being shot in the stomach and so on and so forth, and it just, it's an awesome movie, great movie, very entertaining. But at the same time, I don't know if I have the vocabulary to completely describe what this movie is. Hard to sum up, really. It's fantastically witty. I mean, the dialogue is insanely witty. But that is Quentin Tarantino with his writing style is very witty, very, to the point, very blunt. And like the whole scenario with Steve Buscemi, Mr. Pink, talking about how he doesn't tip waitresses because they do the same job as people at McDonald's, and they make the same amount of money, but yet you're supposed to tip one and not the other. And that is very blunt, very to the point, and, he wasn't tiptoeing around it or anything. He was expressing his mind and his opinion. And you know what? To an extent, you gotta kind of agree with the character there. In some aspect, it's like, and that's a whole other conversation for a whole different video. But it sets the tone. You wouldn't think that a conversation like that would set a tone for the movie itself. Like, it's, as far as the dialogue goes, it's just a bunch of witty, use your brain moments. Like, with piecing together with who the rat is, who ratted them out and stuff. Buscemi's character, Mr. Pink, was the smartest character out of all of them. Really and truly. And I guess he got away. I'm not exactly sure because of the way it ends. You don't really know for sure what happens. You just know that bullets go flying all over the place. People might have died at the end. Mr. Orange and Mr. White, they could have died. And Steve Buscemi already took off with the diamonds. Who knows if the cops have got him. So, in my opinion, he's the smartest person in that movie. The smartest character. Steve Buscemi will always be a legendary actor, even though he looks like shit, but you know what, he's got chops. Let's see here, Michael Madsen's character, and his face doesn't have very many expressions, but when it does express things, it's usually menacing, Most interesting man in the world reference, Dos Equis commercial. Anybody get it? Yeah. Typecast, basically, pretty much. He's very good at those psychopathic, maniacal characters, Does a very good job. Tim Roth, Mr. Orange. He's just laying around wounded the whole time. The way he played the whole being shot in the stomach and everything, that the whole dramatic, moving around and he wasn't crippled. Like, he was like, ugh, his body was like, is that really how it is? What it's like when you get shot? It makes me question the whole theory of being shot, because normally it's like somebody gets shot, they're just like, oh, and they're on the floor and they're like, rah, rah, rah. Any other movie. But he's jumping around and just like basically having some kind of seizure, Michael J. Fox style. Okay, that was a mean joke. I know. I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell for that. I know. But I don't know. I don't know what else there is to say about this movie other than the things that I've already said. But it is a fantastic movie. it does bring a lot of more understanding to the confusion clusterfuck that was Pulp Fiction. And, you know, it really does show the true genius that is Quentin Tarantino. And it's definitely a cult movie, and it definitely deserves the title of a cult movie. And, you know, it's one of those movies that, you know, 20, 30 years down the road, I mean, it's already been 10 years, 20 years. It's already been 20 years since that movie, and it's still, oh my god, Reservoir Dogs, oh, it's the best thing ever. 20 more years from now, it's still gonna be, oh my god, that's the best thing ever. It's just the way it is. I'm gonna end my review right here. I hope you guys enjoyed the things that I had to say, and hi Allie. See you next week.